Bear down, Bears fans. It would seem that every single NFL insider with any credibility has the Chicago Bears taking the same player. Who is that player and what would he mean to this Chicago Bears team? We'll talk about all that and more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page, man. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you stay in tune with us, man. So it would seem that every draft expert with credibility has the Chicago Bears taking the same player, which is interesting. I'm talking about legit everybody, right? Jonathan Jones from CBS Sports, Daniel Jeremiah from NFL.com, Bucky Brooks from NFL.com, Mel Kiper Jr. from ESPN, Todd McShay from ESPN, Michael Renner from PFF, all have the Chicago Bears taking Peter Skoronski at some point in this first round. Now, we had the video yesterday breaking him down. If you want to see that, check out the link on the screen and or in the description below. But basically, right, Skoronski is an interesting piece. I think that there is going to be some issues at the next level with him playing tackle. But listen, the arm thing is one thing, right? That's the one piece that everybody points to with him. I think the bigger issue is what side of the football is he going to be on. That's my personal opinion. I don't like the fact that we're bringing this guy in possibly to be your left tackle, or I'm sorry, your right tackle, to stand next to Nate Davis, and you're basically bringing in another rookie, telling him, I know this is not the position that you played your entire life, but you're going to move here. Now, could this speak to other things? We'll break all that down and more in this video as well. But I think the first thing is, right, do you guys like that everybody seems to be in on Skoronski? Which, I mean, listen, I don't think I've ever seen where everybody, outside of like the first pick in the draft, where everyone unanimously is just like, they're going to take this guy. So I'm assuming they know a little bit of something with this. But to me, right, like I'm not going to say I'm upset with this, because I do think he's a good lineman. At a minimum, I think he's a good guard at the next level. You do have Nate Davis. You do have Tevin Jenkins out there at guard. Tevin Jenkins, also a guy who can play tackle, who played tackle his whole life. So maybe we're kind of like reorganizing this line. But do you like the fact that it seems like everybody is pointing to the Chicago Bears taking Peter Skoronski? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. I think here's the thing when you're looking at Skoronski's game. Like I said yesterday, powerful, quick. He has a move that does kind of change what everybody's downside is to him, right? The downside is he's got shorter arms. He's got 32-inch arms. Okay. I know guys that are Hall of Famers that have short arms, right? I believe Jimbo Covert, if I'm not mistaken, had short arms, right? Like this. So that I'm not saying that that's the end all be all. To me, the biggest question mark is, are you going to be okay? Are you setting him off on a path of success if you bring him here and you put him in a position that he's never played before? Now, I look at this and I say, okay, this is a guy that has some interchangeable opportunities here, where possibly Tevin Jenkins, right? Like, remember, he hasn't been a guy who's healthy on your line either in his 3 years in this NFL, I believe. So maybe there's still that opportunity where Skoronski can play the left side of the football, sliding in at that left guard position, standing next to Braxton Jones. But I think here's the real question, right? Is this because a lot of what I've talked about with guys like Broderick Jones, with Paris Johnson, with guys that are coming in, is do they believe in Braxton Jones at that left tackle position? Are they going to hold on to him long term at that left tackle position? Does this say something about the Chicago Bears possibly moving Braxton Jones off of that left tackle position? We really haven't. The thing about Peter Skoronski is he's never played anything but left tackle, right? Which I like coming into the NFL. I look at him and I say, okay, he's a proven left tackle. They have him slated as the top guard in this draft, but he's only played left tackle, but at least, right, because of the arm size on the left side of the football. But to me, right, like, Do you feel like this is possibly the time where the Chicago Bears might be saying, all right, listen, we like what Braxton is at left tackle. Maybe we would like him a little bit more at left guard, and maybe we'll move Tevin back to right guard, right? And that kind of starts to solidify your line. You're starting to see a semblance of an offensive line get put together. I still, like I said, I still have a ton of questions when it comes to moving or taking Skoronski. I don't think that to me, when I look at where the Bears are at 9, I would love to see them move back and get him. I think he's a guy that you take at 17 if you are in on Skoronski heavy. I think that if that trade is still available to the Chicago Bears, I think that he's a guy that the Bears are kind of zeroing in on because there's possibly going to be an opportunity to move back again. Somebody brought this point up as well. What if everybody's talking about the quarterbacks being taken basically in the first 5 picks? What if they don't go? What if one of those guys doesn't go? What if Will Levis drops? What if Anthony Richardson drops? What if, right, like, and those names, and then you got somebody who's looking to trade up to go get a quarterback prospect for their future? I think that that's still a situation that could be in play. I think that's something the Chicago Bears really need to be delving into, right? Because listen, we can have all these pre-mocks, all of these mock-ups, all of this. This is what the Bears are going to do. This is what they should do. This is how this is going to go. This is how this is going to end. And at the end of the day, guess what? On the draft day, if one thing doesn't go the way that it was supposed to go in the first 5 picks, everything could change. So to me, I think, again, I look at Skoronski's game and I say I like Skoronski's game. I like him at left tackle. I would probably love him a little bit more at left guard. I don't like either of them enough to take him at 9 to me. But moving back in the draft, if the Bears would have moved back in the first round, I do think he's a first round pick. But I think if you move back in the draft, if you move back in that first round, to me, that's where you go after Skoronski. To me, that's where I look at Peter Skoronski and I say, okay, now at 15, at 17, at 19, right? That's the range where I feel like, yes, that's a good pick. That was a good selection by the Chicago Bears. Hey, like I said, I want to know how you guys feel, man. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that Peter Skoronski will be a Chicago Bear? Again, we broke him down yesterday. Check the link on the screen or in the description below to see what my breakdown of him was, my in-depth assessment of him was. And let me know in the comments as well, right? Do you think that this could spell a move for Braxton Jones? Do you think that this could mean that the Bears might be moving off of him at left tackle? Or do you see the Chicago Bears placing him at a guard position, looking at Skoronski, placing him at a left guard position, maybe moving Tevin back to right guard, or putting Tevin at that left guard position and putting Skoronski at the right guard? Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. What do you think about all the experts, all the big names, all the big time guys breaking this down 1 week before the draft, by the way? How you guys feel about them all going with Peter Skoronski on this one as well. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you have listened to the first official trailer of the Chicago Bears podcast. Me, John Yurkovich, Lance Briggs, Jason McKee, all on the trailer. Make sure to go check that out. It's not the official first episode, I shouldn't say that, but all on the trailer. Make sure to go check that out on the ESPN 1000 app or on wherever you get your podcasts. It's on Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, all of that. So tune in with us on that as well. And if you haven't done so, drop a bear down in the chat to let me know that you made it to the end of the video, and I'll make sure to get you guys a special thank you from me, personal message, all that good stuff, man. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.